Get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Call that a punt of 47 yards. And it'll be Bengals football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They send the tight end in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
It's caught, Herbert. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Setting up the screen. Has room into the secondary. Is in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some points every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force the punts and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
Do we do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game, yeah.
I think you're right. Because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league. And the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
On to handle the kickoff. Returnable from the 1. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. DJ Turner comes up with it. And the Bengals get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They go play action on 1st. He fires one deep down the middle. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it's 2nd and long.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throw complete to Herbert. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, the negative play makes it even easier to decline that flag. And that's going to bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. It's a 38-yard look here. Butker knocks it through. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Brooks on the counter. He breaks a tackle. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Running once more with Brooks. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Throwing from the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Another score here in this first quarter, Brock, as they continue dominating in this opening frame.
You know what I love here, Kate? This defense is seizing on a sputtering opponent, and they're actively trying not just to defend the lead, but to add to it.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals take a 3-possession lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Carried by Brooks to start the drive. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. The Bengals are out in front. We'll return with more NFL action right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They've got 2nd and 5. Now it's a bootleg for him. He throws a bullet deep to the right. Oh no, they get him yet again. DJ Turner comes up with it. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And the Bengals get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick-6. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Let's go now.
They'll try and punch it in. Crosses the goal line for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals parlay the interception into points. McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals make it a 24-point ball game. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running the toss here to Brooks. Jukes one defender. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
On first down, here comes Brooks. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Again, it's Brooks. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Wow, wide open here, complete. And in, touchdown Tampa Bay! The Buccaneers fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Looking up towards the dome, can't bring it in clean. And it bounces out of bounds for the touchback, so no harm, no foul. First and 10 now from the 30. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Handoff on second and short. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Throwing now on first down. Fits it through the middle. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. From a couple yards deep, this is going to come out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, first and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up second down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
2nd and 10 now. And it looks great flying through the air, Bronk, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. This is Brooks heading left. And he's brought down for a loss. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Oh, he muffs it. And he gets a 1 as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 15. Short pass brought in. On the move, past the 40. And he's a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before going out. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
There he goes again. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals continue piling on to this lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Complete out to the right side. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. On the give, it's Brooks. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. Down he goes. The Bengals got to him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Butker on now to kick this one away. Moore with a return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half, and that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
Finds a man, right side. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals grow their lead yet again. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. Completed over the middle. Gets it to the 15. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers start the second half with some needed points. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Throwing from the gun here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Charvarius Ward picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, I suppose some praise is in order for bringing him down almost immediately and preventing a return. Definitely minimized the damage the best they could, but it is still a demoralizing outcome for this offense to give the ball away.
Brooks on the give, headed right. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Stopped there by Cedric Johnson. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Throwing now, off play action. Oh, brother, it's another interception. possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away. This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range. Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He sends this one to the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals tack on 7 more to their lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return starts from the goal line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now a give to Brooks, coming left. And this isn't resolved quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Here's Brooks. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did. You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
A 3rd down run with Brooks. Past the 25, still on the move. Jonathan Brooks. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
Working inside the red zone. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates space from the defender. And even more so the concentration to make the catch. What he didn't have was enough real estate to get his feet in and make an exciting completion.
And he's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers put at least a tiny dent into that lead. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Chase coming in motion right. From the gun, here's a handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you could see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They give it to him again. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on third down.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you've got.
3 yards there and enough to move the chains. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Back now, pressure on its way. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. It's caught, Herbert. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Third down from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And 4th and 4 coming up. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he's tackled for a short gain. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's Bengals football, and they've got to be pretty darn happy about this lead to start the 4th.
Ready?
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. This one falls incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. They'll throw it. It's taken in by Herbert. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. And the Buccaneers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing on 3rd and long. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Buys time, rolling right. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals continue adding on to that lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. Again, he's got room. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers making the scoreboard look a touch better. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
They're going down swinging. We see here getting ready for an onside kick. And the Bengals hands team does its job recovering that kick. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. to throw here on first down. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Here he is to throw on second down. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals throwing 6 more on the blowout. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in, right? Higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there, but boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. A gain of 9 on that run, so now they're left with 3rd and 8.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Handoff here for Brooks. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense up to the line fast. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
They go play action on 1st. Called in left side. And he's brought down at the line.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Now on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. 16 yards on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. It's inside the 10. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Bengals continue adding to an insurmountable lead. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. And they pick him off again. And the Bengals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
2nd and 3 now. Back to the well again. He still has room inside the 30. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. They've got to keep moving quick here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And he is stopped a long ways from that line to gain. They force a turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
They're going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. They've got a man in motion. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Another carry for him. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
All right, one more snap to play here. On 1st down, they'll run. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And this is exactly how they wanted to go into that bye week, partner, with a victory and some positives to build on in that nice extra time off.